I find it interesting that when I look at the Cato Institute or Cato.org, it states that it says irresponsible monetary policy can underpin prosperity by promoting business cycles and otherwise preventing the price system from reflecting the true scarcity of its goods and services. Now, the problem there is, it seems to me anyway, that one of the focal points of government is to regulate those industries that have a business model to where it's the waste from those industries goes into the environment that is conducive to a lot of those scarce resources, like agricultural products, uh, like fish, meat, vegetables, stuff like that, because all of it is related to the same thing. We use water to water agricultural, to feed to livestock, stuff like that. Now, because there is what you call free market or deregulation in those industries, other industries are able to go into agricultural of any kind and mess up the product, creating the scarcity that they are talking about. In the currency issuing government, the only scarcity is regulation, because there is plenty of money to be able to be spent into the economy. Is the lack of regulation, which is funded by that same currency that they claim that is a scarcity, when in reality is actually the resources that are scarce because of a free market, because of deregulation. That's when you have free market, people, and earlier I mentioned that Austrian economics seemed like a lot of it was based on human action. Well, human action can be, especially in capitalism, greed and for profit. And if you have greed for profit, then you do whatever it takes to make that profit, no matter what you're messing up. And one of the things you're messing up a lot of times is the environment in any aspect of thereof. Whether it be air, sea, pretty much air or water. I mean, both of which are required for every mammal, every thing on the planet to survive, or to make. In the case of trees and stuff of that nature. Otherwise, humans need water, humans need food, humans need air. Cows and other agricultural livestock need air, need food. In their case, they need like hay and other things like that are obviously like flower based or uh, anyway. Yeah, that the actual terminology in those I'm not aware of, but I know their various purposes, and one of them is to feed livestock that feed us, that feed the agriculture, like apples, pretty much vegetables and fruits. Those things go into the water that hard for me to explain. Sometimes communication is not my best quality, but anyway, my point being is the water that gets contaminated by big industry goes into the foods that we eat. Goes into the foods we eat. Period. Through either water, or water mostly it seems, because water goes on a lot of stuff and it gets consumed by the fish and gets consumed by other things in the water that we also consume. So it seems like the Austrian free market way and deregulation is not always the best policy. That's why deregulation should be stuck with certain industries. I'm not even sure what industries there are right now, but right now it seems like deregulation is messing up the whole freaking planet. Period. So that's why I myself learned MMT as a way of looking at everything. It allows me to branch out my intelligence in terms of looking at different countries, whether they're a currency issuer, whether they have outside currency debt, whether they have enough trade, who they're trading with, stuff like that. That's what MMT is. It's a description of the world economy as a whole, and it allows you to look at those things and see what's missing, what's needed, and stuff of the nature. Now, the education of those people in those countries are very different, because a lot of them get taught this. So a lot of them are wrong long term. That's why MMT has been correct this whole time in terms of supply chain and supply of deregulation, and in terms of inventory. You can have all the money in the fucking world, but if you don't have the inventory, if you don't have the products to pay with, the products to buy that with, you're not going to do anything other than mess up the whole freaking world in terms of supply. Plenty of demand, but scarcity is supply, and supply is made from money, or is funded by money, by investment. Anyway, so yeah, I kind of wanted to do a small little video of what Austrian School of Economics, or what that is, because some people online like to quote Milton Friedman and other people like that. So kind of wanted to look at it a little bit from Wikipedia, which I know is not always the best source, but it's a source with a straight up information about that. Anyway, so let's see. The Austrian school is a heterodox school of economic thought that advocates strict adherence to it might be hard for me to pronounce, methodological, individualism. The concept that social phenomena result primarily from the motivation and actions of individuals and their self-interest. Austrian school theorists hold that economic theory should be exclusively derived from basic principles of human action. The Austrian school originated in Vienna with the work of Karl Menger, something like that. Let's find out a little bit more about him, if I can. Very slow computer. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Karl, was born in the city of Galicia, Austrian Empire, which is now Nowy Sącz in Poland. He was the son of a wealthy family of minor nobility. His father, Anton Menger, was a lawyer. His mother, Caroline Gerzibek, was the daughter of a wealthy Bohemian merchant. Okay, so he's one of the founders of Austrian Economics. Let's see. There we go. That's second person. Maybe someone in here came from a meager lifestyle. Let's see. Biography of, I'll just say Eugene. While studying to be a lawyer at the University of Vienna, he read, so he was influenced by Karl, principles of economics, and became an adherent of his theories, although he never studied under him. Joseph Schumpeter saw this guy, Eugene, I'm not sure. Is it Eugene? No, that's somebody else. Excuse me. Anyways, as so completely the enthusiastic discipline of Menger that it is hardly necessary to look for other influences. Okay, so let's see. So let's see. He was the economist from Hungary who made important contributions to the development of macroeconomics. He served intermediately as the Minister of Finance between 1995 and 2004. Let's see. Does it say? Okay. After completing his studies in 1872, he entered the Austrian Ministry of Finance, holding various posts until 1880, when he became qualified as a Privatist political economy. Okay, at Vienna the following year, however, he transferred his services to the University of Innsbruck. Okay, so I don't see any, and other than the fact that he was basically trained under a wealthy dude, I don't see him having any real experience in economics of any kind. Let's see, Frederick von Weiser. Okay, so was an early first-generation economist of Austrian School of Economics, born in Vienna. He was the son of Privy Councillor Leopold, a high official in the war ministry. Okay, so basically, was also wealthy. It seems like. Let me see. He shaped the next generation of Austrian economists, including Ludwig von Mises, Friedrich Hayek, and Joseph Schumpeter, I guess. But let's see. He was. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. So he was the son of a war official in ministry. Okay, meaning that he probably was well-to-do. Let's see. Economic calculations debate started with. Okay, hold on. Oh, there we go. This might be the part I'm looking for. Interested in. He studied law at University. Okay, so 2 lawyers pretty much. His lifelong passion for political economy was first ignited when he read Herbert Spencer's. Okay, so let's see, Herbert Spencer. So I'm trying to get the root of the whole thing as far as the part goes. Let's see. Herbert Spencer was a polymath an English polymath, active as a philosopher, psychologist, biologist, sociologist, and anthropologist. Spencer originated the expression "survival of the fittest." Okay, that kind of goes with the Austrian. Okay. Which he coined in Principle of Biology in 1864 after reading Charles Darwin's 1859 book on the origins of species. Okay, so let's see. Spencer was born in Derby, England on April 27th, 1820, the son of William George Spencer. Spencer's father was a religious dissenter who drifted from Methodist to Quakerism, and who seems to have transmitted to his son as opposition to all forms of authority. Okay. Yeah, so basically you have 3 people who are for individualism, who apparently have a distaste for authority. One of which has the background to write laws for those same people who had the money and power and all this stuff. So it has a way to establish laws benefiting them, tax breaks, stuff of that nature. So let's see. Anything else here? So people influenced by this. Some about Block. I'm not sure who Block is. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's see. Walter Block was born in Brooklyn to Jewish parents. Abraham Block, a certified public accountant, and Ruth Block, a paralegal, both of whom Block said were liberals. Yeah, no, liberals and liberals and Republicans are pretty much the same nowadays, so. Let's see. Block later attended a luncheon with Rand, as in Ayn Rand, Nathaniel Brandon and Leonard Pelkoff, excuse me. Okay, so yeah, I'm assuming this is pretty much where liberalism and Austrian economic formed together to a certain degree. So anyway, so let's see, Hayek, Austrian, obviously. Anybody else? Murphy, yeah. Oh shit, I forgot his name actually, but he's a pretty cool guy in terms of Austrian economist, professors and other things. So Hayek, Bloch. Okay, I'm trying to figure out. Is there anybody else? Okay, no. Alright. But yeah, let's see now. Let's go with capitalism. Yeah, there we go. Definition. Okay, so an economic and political system in which a country's trade and industry are controlled by private owners for profit. So when you have stuff like Citizens United, that's going to be like the epitome of what you call fascism. Because let's see, what is a government's role? Government definition, let's see. A system in which nation, state, and community is governed. Let's see, describe to America's largest dictionary and get that. Okay, whatever. Let's see, maybe this thing has an AI. What the hell? I was at least trying to find out if this actually has, if it has anything. No. Later. Let's see. Okay, so according to Merriam-Webster, government is defined as the body of persons that constitute the government authority, a political unit or organization. It can also refer to the office, authority, function of governing, or the complex of political institutions, laws, and customs through which the function of government is carried out. Wikipedia defines government as the system of group of people governing on organized community, generally a state. In the case of its, okay, so let's see. That's not exactly what I was looking for. It's not specific enough. Okay, so let's see. Let's see, purpose. Let's see. Let's see. The purpose of government is to provide essential services, protect the rights and safety of its citizens, and foster peace and prosperity. Government also makes laws, policies, and regulations to ensure justice and fairness. Government is an interconnected part of our lives and civilization that represents the collective will and identify of the people. Now let's see. U.S. Well, first, yeah, what the hell? Let's go over here because I've been talking about this. It was just Mike normally told me to fucking go look for it. TreasuryDirect.gov is the one and only place to electronically buy and redeem U.S. savings bonds. We also offer electronic sales and auctions of all of other U.S.-backed investments to the general public, financial professionals, and state and local governments. Okay, now what the hell was I doing before? Let's see. Okay, so we're going to look at the Constitution now. Now, remember I just read about what the government is supposed to do for the people. Now, this is Article 1. And I've been saying this for a while too, ever since Steve Grumbine of Real Progressive pointed out. Article 1, this is Section 8. Now, be mindful, this is also before the full United States became a full United States. So that's what all these parts are pretty much coined with that. But anyway, so let's see. Section 8, sorry. The Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes, duties, imposts, and excises, to pay the debts and provide for the common defense and general welfare of the United States. It has the power to lay, which is a Old English term for spend, and collect taxes. Now, what they didn't realize is the fact that you had to pay those people first, then collect the taxes afterwards, because they were on. This was like before any real democracy really happened. That's why they call it an experiment. But Congress has the right to spend before it collect taxes. It has to spend before it collect taxes. So, and all of the majority of this below is at the state level. So, anyways, let me go down to Article 14th Amendment. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying not to. 14th, let's see. The validity of the public debt of the United States authorized by law, including debts incurred for payment of pensions and bounties for services in suppressing insurrection or rebellion, shall not be questioned, but neither the United States nor any state shall assume or pay any debt or obligation incurred in aid of insurrection or rebellion against the United States, or any claim for the loss or emancipation of any slave, but all such debts, obligations, and claims shall be held illegal and void. So, for those who are questioning the whole getting Trump off the ballot, he was president at the time, and his words did cause or provoke a insurrection, a protest that broke into a closed facility because they were working. So I don't think it was during tour hours. Anyway, point being is, should Trump be kicked off? According to the 14th Amendment, he should, yes. It's actually within the same section here that I just read off. So yes, he should not be having a right to run for office. Anyway, so let's see, was there anything else? But yes, according to the Article 1, Section 8, that gives Congress the power to spend and focus spend on stuff that people need, like single-payer health care, like Green New Deal, like federal jobs guarantee, which people like Warren Moser, who's one of the founders of MMT, says it should be pro-cyclical, but other people like Bill Mitchell, who is a Australian, I was too confused, Australian economist, says that it should be based on the community level. Like, if you work at a food bank or something like that, they should be able to pay you through government spending, that sort of thing. Pretty much anything that's local. But yeah, Warren Moser sees it as more of the pro-cyclical. So when companies have to lay off because interest rates are getting too high or something like that, then they have the option of going, I think, to the government to be able to get a job to that, which allows them to keep paying their bills and not go bankrupt. But I think he actually means it also to facilitate the dissolution or something of that nature of the interest rates, because interest rates is supposed to be, according to Milton Friedman, control the amount of money circulating within the banking system or within the economy through its loans, interbank loans in this case. But if there is federal jobs guarantee, then the whole point of interest rates, which is to, again, limit the amount of money circulating, would not be applicable in that case, because then people still have money. People wouldn't have to go and take out personal loans, wouldn't have to use credit cards as much, which all of which have the interest going to the Fed in terms of the bank credit loans. So that could be a reason why they're not really hurrying up and trying to get it done, because a lot of these politicians are paid by the financial district or financial industry, insurance industry, and obviously the gas and coal and oil industry. So I think everybody in the United States should non-violent revolution possibly until someone forces the violent portion of it. And let their Congress people know that we know that you guys have the power to spend. We know that it would be long term less expensive to get these policies done, and there would be no money in terms of taxpayer dollars spent on this, because they have to spend it into the economy in order for the IRS to take out the taxes. So anyway, that's what I got to say as far as this part goes for now. Anyway. Who knows? I may be back on later on. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was somewhat educational. For more of the activism portion of MMT, you can go to realprogressives.org and check out Macro and Cheese. Also, on Tuesdays we have Macro and Chill, where we basically have a public forum of sorts in terms of listening and commenting and asking questions from the previous Macro and Cheese. Sometimes we'll do old school and do like months ago or whatever episodes. It depends on who you guys can choose, I suppose. And email them and say you want to have this person on, or re-listen to this person and then ask questions from that. We want interaction. We want questions, honest questions, and not this whole printing money BS, that sort of thing, because printing money really is, if you think about it, is the interest that is paid on all U.S. Treasury holdings, also known as savings bonds, as I showed you moments ago from the U.S. Treasury Direct. But that's pretty much what I got as far as the part goes. For those who are learning this and watch my channel for learning, thank you, I appreciate it. Please subscribe if you haven't. Comment if you have any questions or snarky remarks, so I can then either send you some applicable links to answer your question, or whatever else the case may be. But also check out Real Progressives for the activism portion. Go to Moser Economics for mosereconomics.com for any of the original MMT material, because he has them all under mandatory reading for free, so you can download it and read it and understand it. You can also check him out in interviews on YouTube. And also, I believe his website does now have some video interviews he's done in the past. So check that out as well. Check out Mike Norman. He's a really good MMTer as well. He does I think daily Wall Street mainstream type of economic news, and explains a little bit about it and stuff of that nature. But anyway, for the activism, check out Macro and Cheese on realprogressive.org. Look at the articles, books. There's a bookstore on there as well. Merchandise, you name it. For anything that you want in terms of real macroeconomic education, go to Real Progressives. Go to warrenmosler.com. I think Warren Mosler. Either way, look at Warren Mosler in Google, and you'll get to the website. Either way, thank you, and peace out for now.